Got Faux with us here. Bring up yourself. We're just gonna, we'll just crack straight into the questions. Faux. Yeah. What's your favourite TV show?
Oh, see, I'm more of a movie person, I'm afraid. But
what's your favourite film?
There's a lot of movies that I'm fucking with. Yeah. Can I swear?
Oh, that's a good point as well. You can, but try and like keep it for
yourself. Yeah. Just like sometimes I might swear.
Yeah, cool.
I think, yeah, there's like Latin. I watched that again recently. It's with it's about like some kids in the ghetto in France. Paris. Latin. Yeah. It's a good movie. You should watch it. But series wise, TV show wise, I started watching Game of Thrones, which is actually quite good.
Mate, quality.
It was decent. I mean, until my popcorn time stopped working. So like I'm at season 5. I'm currently just staying there. I can't watch anymore. So
have you seen Breaking Bad?
I've seen some of it. I know it's on Netflix now.
Yeah. How would you compare that to Game of Thrones? Because obviously they seem to be the two like top end.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is like, it's entertainment. I don't think it's like that amazing. Like if you think of it in like a skillfully wise like cinematography. I think Breaking Bad, like the shots themselves, like the actual cinematography of it is way more interesting and appealing. And like visually,
I say as well, like Breaking Bad, it goes like this, and it gets better. Game of Thrones, you're on season 5. You said, mate, it goes a bit downhill.
Yeah, no, that's everyone said that. That's why I'm like low-key happy that I stopped where I am.
They have high expectations, mate.
Yeah, like it just starts there, just goes.
Yeah, literally.
Probably finished at a good point then. Right, Faux, what is your favourite video game?
Favorite video game?
Yeah.
Damn. I used to play a lot of Pokemon on my DS.
Oh, is it?
That band. That band. I think like the one I had the most fun on, like playing with other people, was probably Black Ops 2. But recently my boy he bought me a Nintendo Switch, and there's barely any games. But there's this playing that a bit, which is cool. That's about it, really.
Nintendo Switch. They are quite.
Actually, no. Fuck. Scrap everything else. Minecraft.
I used to love that game. I used to absolutely love that game.
It is a good game.
Minecraft is the best game on this planet.
Play it on PC.
I don't really play anymore, but I used to play on my laptop. Yeah. It's good.
All right. Who's your favorite athlete?
Ooh. Let me think. It's quite a few.
Yeah.
I'd say like idol-wise, footballing wise, probably Thierry Henry.
I'm an Arsenal fan as well.
Yeah. Arsenal fan, obviously. Like I used to really like his style of playing. To be fair, like I don't really watch sports that much, as much as I used to.
Yeah.
But I think Thierry Henry is definitely up there with
a good shout. There'll be a lot of people that agree with you there as well.
Yeah. I think he's definitely the GOAT when it comes to football. I mean, for me anyway, and Arsenal.
Yeah, definitely.
Legend.
Right. What's your favourite sandwich? Big question.
Okay. Let me think. I think probably a banh mi, Vietnamese Vietnamese, like, so when the French came over to Vietnam, they basically brought like the baguette, they brought like the bread, and then it kind of fusion, and then the Vietnamese people made the sandwich called a banh mi, which is like a baguette bread, but like with Vietnamese kind of stuff inside of the bread. So it's pang.
You know what? I have been to Vietnam, and it does actually ring a bell. It does.
Yeah.
I think I might have had one.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you probably have. It's quite common.
Well, like obviously you're quite a stylish guy, Faux. So, run us through what you think, in your opinion, is your best outfit or your favourite outfit?
I'd say I quite like comfortable clothes, I guess. Yeah, especially in these times, it's like
just chilling all the time, isn't it?
Man's wearing sliders and socks out here. I'd say like comfortable clothes. I like really I quite like the cold, like outfits for the cold. I don't like the cold itself, but I like outfits for the cold.
Yeah,
so like jackets.
Layering up.
Yeah, I like my jackets. Yeah, I think I don't really know. I don't really think about what I wear that much. Just wear it. Yes.
What's your favorite pair of crepes that you've got?
I got sent some Converse Gianos. I think that's what their name is. Those are nice. Those are like the fun.
You linked up with Converse, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's all right. It's a nice one.
All right. What's the best thing that you can cook?
Ooh. Okay.
You back yourself in the kitchen?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can.
Is there a lot to choose?
Do a chef off anytime.
Yeah.
I think I'm more actually of a dessert kind of person. Like recently, anyway. Like, I like baking and shit. Like it's a bit wet, but I just kind of.
It's not wet at all, man. I've been making brownies recently.
Yeah, exactly.
What have you been baking?
Different stuff. Like I've been doing some because I've got a bit of a French household. Where I live at the moment, so I've been doing like a couple French like inspired stuff, like a clefoutis, just some basic but it's a nice like basic French cake that you can make with like loads of fruits and stuff, and madeleine. Don't even do madeleine.
I know that. Yeah, they're madeleine.
Yeah. Thanks. And then I did a chocolate fondue cake the other day as well. That was nice. Just simple stuff, but
it sounds strong, mate. It sounds very strong.
Yeah, but savory wise, I can cook up some mean noodles.
Yeah. Do you know what? I can get behind that. I back myself with noodles as well.
Yeah. It's a good uni food as well. So that's good.
Right, fine. Who's the most famous person even that you've met?
That I met. There's like one of my dad's mates who like used to be like a journalist or something, and he used to like have so many famous friends. So at his wedding, I met like Jamie Oliver, Madonna, and Madonna and the whole and it was like in a hotel in like King's Cross. And the whole like Reading Football Club was there as well. So I was young, so I was like, okay, that's cool as well.
That's basically where like we're from, like Reading. That's actually crazy.
Really? Mad.
Yeah, that's basically where we're from.
Sick. Yeah, the Reading Football Club was there, so I was like, cool. That's pretty big.
Fair enough. Well, that's the quick fire questions.
So before we get into the songs, just a couple more questions, right? So
mate.
Whether you're going to the studio, whatever, doing a £5 munch, you've got £5 to buy whatever in Sainsbury's. Obviously, we don't have the prices in front of us, so we're just gonna have to do it approximately. What would your like drink, food, snacks, whatever be for £5?
I get OCBs, which is usually £1 or £1.50. I've got some around here. Yeah, that's not much though, but yeah,
it's part of the package.
Yeah.
I'd get if it's a long session, I'd probably get either some water or some Lucozade, like the orange Lucozade.
Yeah.
That one's leg. Let me think. Probably get a little Stella, just to keep the mood up. You know what I mean? And yeah. So that's probably around £1. Probably around like 3, 4, 3.
We'll say you've gone £3. We'll say they're £1 each.
£3. Okay, cool. Let me think. I'd probably get some crisps or something like that, because that's like the basic decent thing you can get from a corner shop or whatever. So I'll probably get some Sensations. And then I've got trying to think, mate. I haven't been munching that much recently, but I'd probably say a pear or a tangerine. A bit of fruit.
Sure.
Fruit.
Right, final question before we get into the first song. Who is your celebrity crush? Or in the past, who was your first celebrity crush? Whatever. Which name comes to mind?
Can't lie. I'm not really into blondes that much, but But after I watched Wolf of Wall Street, mate, Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
I
I think a lot of people agree with that. Like, Wolf of Wall Street just, but
Yeah.
It's true though.
I'm going to follow up on that question. If you had one night to wine and dine Margot Robbie and make her yours, what would you do? Would you take her out? Where would you go?
Ooh. Okay, that's a good question. I'd probably I'd start off chill. I'd go for a nice meal. You know what I'm saying? And then what else I'd do? I want to do something. I want to do something active. Like I want to like go for a hike or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like go for a hike and then like spa. Then like hike. So basically go to the mountains.
Yeah.
Go for a hike. Go skiing or some shit. and then have a nice like sauna.
Yeah.
It's a nice like jacuzzi.
If I was Margot Robbie, I'd be yours. That's all.
Yeah, mate. Come on.
You've impressed.
Can't say no to that.
And starting off this segment, mate, got a bit off script here. Does Murano Street ring any bells to you?
Yes.
Tell me about it, mate.
Murano. Mate, Murano was where I lingered for approximately 1 term and a bit.
At Glasgow Uni, yeah?
I was at Glasgow University.
Yeah.
Some lovely people that you probably know now that you're asking.
Yeah, we got a friend of the show, Hector Whiteman.
Hector.
Yeah, I don't know if you met him. Yeah, he told me all about you, and he said to ask you what you were saying before you dropped out of uni.
What I was saying.
Yeah, like what were you getting up
to? Since I dropped out.
Well, beforehand.
Before.
Yeah. What were you doing before in that first term?
I was enjoying myself.
Yeah, from the start of it.
But I wasn't working on my uni work.
Yeah. It's one of them things, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it really like brought anything to me, to be honest. So
yeah, fair enough.
But like I was kind of just doing my thing on the side, like having loads of fun, meeting like really cool people, including man like Hector.
Yeah, cool. So is that what you'd be getting up to, like in the day in the life of Feux, just chilling out?
Recently?
Well, back then to now.
Oh yeah, literally like back then, I was like probably like working heavily, like just improving myself. I feel like that whole time I was in Glasgow like really actually changed me. Like I became a completely different person since I like moved up there, music wise, and also just like how I was as a person. So I think I was just really working on myself as much as I could, and I guess like that's what I was doing. And I feel like being at uni and having that kind of burden of like having to work and shit without like that full freedom wasn't really appealing to me. So I just decided to.
What were you studying at uni?
I was doing philosophy, Spanish, and history of art, which is interesting. Like I fucked with it, but
it's a good
I was
degree.
like, yeah, it is. But nowadays, kind of, this is not to diss anyone at uni, but everyone has a degree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's like what you offer to the table, like how you're different. A degree is not gonna like.
But also, I don't think you also gain a lot more from being around other people and having the opportunities. It's not necessarily the degree; it's what you take out of it and how you grow as a person.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely made the most of Glasgow, but not in the university kind of way.
What do you think of Glasgow as a place?
Bro, I love it. I'm going back going back for the first time since lockdown.
Yeah.
Bro, I loved it so much that I stayed in Glasgow. I worked the shittest job I could, which was well, it's not shit when it comes to like the actual fundraising, but I was out like walking for 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like knocking on people's doors, like, yo, do you want to sign up for this?
Yeah.
And it's a bit rough in like the shitholes of Glasgow, like the outskirts as well.
It has its rough areas, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, tell me about
it. But I did that and I stayed, and then my flatmate got Rona, so
that's peak,
and then I couldn't work because of fucking the pandemic and shit, the virus.
Yeah. Cool.
So I had to move back down to London, where I grew a lot as well.
Do you feel that moving to London's giving you the opportunity to collab with more people and actually really improve your music and the standard of it?
Yeah, definitely. London is, like, I was talking to my friend the other day about this. Like, I was saying, like, I miss nature, I miss the countryside, I miss like being like able to go out and just be with nature and stuff like that. But then he was like, yeah, but you know, we're lucky we were brought up here, because like the city is like where it's at, basically. Like whether we like it or not, like it is the center of everything. Like, and it's cool. Like, it's like, how the fuck did humans get to that? This place in like, and yeah, it's just weird, but it's cool.
Do you think like in terms of living in London, like your creative process is much better? Or do you prefer being around the greenery, or does it not really matter? Or
I think it depends, man. I think for me, it's like I need to live to like be creative.
Yeah, it's true.
Obviously, I'm living right now. I'm breathing, but like I feel like I need a change of environment here and there for me to like be at my full creative potential.
I mean, you said before, like life gives you presents if you live in the present moment. I guess that is true, isn't it? Especially when it comes to working as an artist.
Yeah, for real, it does, and that's the thing. It's like this whole lockdown is it gives you opportunities to be with yourself and contemplate about stuff, but at the same time, it restricts a lot of potential and stuff like that. So it's like there's with anything, there's good sides and bad sides. But yeah, I think it does help being in the city to like collaborate, and you know, you're in the center of everything, so it does help for sure.
Sick, mate. What was your Spotify rap like? Who were you listening to?
Myself.
Yeah.
Myself the most.
Yeah. Can you be on your own Spotify rap?
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. Sorry?
Were you top of your own Spotify rap?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. And I'm not ashamed. I know some man out there would be ashamed to say that, but
no way.
I make music that I want to listen to. Like that's it. Like I make music that only I will fuck with the most. You know what I'm saying? And then other people can fuck with it.
Who's like most similar in terms of like other artists out there? Who else was on your Spotify raps?
Let me check. I think, to be honest, most of it was my friends. Like most of the people I was listening to were my friends. By the likes of JP Rose, Tease, Ashbeck, stuff like that. Let me just find it. I want to find the actual one, because I was into myself. I was into like people like that I fuck with, which is my friends. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
So yeah, Tease, Lorax, JP Rose, Kamel, who's a producer.
Yeah.
Those are my top artists. And yeah,
that was it.
And obviously you said Lorax, you've got a tune with him, and you've got a tune with Ashbeck coming out soon as well.
Yeah, man.
It'll be out.
Yeah, and so I think we'll be featuring it a little bit later.
We'll definitely play it for sure.
We talked a little bit about sort of the creative process in lockdown. How did that influence your album, Feel Not?
Massively, to be fair. It's like that whole like, because that was the beginning of lockdown. Kind of like when I was making it was like the first lockdown, so I had loads of energy, loads of like creative thoughts, like loads of time to like put my work into it. So like, and it was sunny, it was like good weather. I could still see my friends like here and there, stuff like that. So it was sick. Like me and my boy JP were just on the phone like most days, just working on it, and just like banging it out basically. And it definitely,
lockdown benefited that album in a way then?
That album for sure, yeah. For sure, like it allowed me to sit down for the first time ever, like, and just work on a project, like, and and it came out like better than I envisioned it, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, with the class album.
Thank you very much.
You said as well that every album tells a story. What story does Pure 9 tell?
Pure 9 is definitely a story of myself, and not just myself as like Max, myself as like a teenager, kind of experiencing life as it goes by, I guess, in loads of different ways. Like I think it's just kind of my perspective of life and like how I feel about it, and in that moment when I was like 19 and what I was experiencing, and I think people connected on a level with it, because it wasn't just about me in my house. Like it was about one person, like that can be in loads of different people that are our age. So I think that the time in lockdown allowed me to just work on that and focus on how that was gonna really touch people as much as possible.
Yeah, that's really good. And as well, would you say, from releasing Pure 9 to, you got a track on the way, well, when we're recording this on Friday, by the time it airs, it'll already be out. Do you think that you've matured and progressed since releasing Pure 9?
Yeah, bro. I feel like every release, I always learn something.
Yeah, definitely.
Like releasing is like always the biggest, like I don't know, the craziest stuff. Like some nights, like before I release stuff, like I just can't sleep, stuff like that. Like last night I couldn't sleep just because it's like you get loads of thoughts and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course, man.
It's
is it anxiety or excitement?
It's both. Yeah, it's definitely both. I'm an overthinker, so like I always overthink shit. I'm like, oh fuck, like loads of questions, but I just let the music do the talking, at the end of the day, and if people fuck with it, then they like it. If not, then it's cool. Like you move on. But I think releasing Pure 9, which is one of like the projects that I worked the hardest on and put my heart into, that really that was like a big stepping stone for me as a person and for me as an artist as well. I feel like
it's a really good project.
Thank you, man.
How was working with Converse?
Oh, that was cool. Yeah, that was cool. I think Converse are one of the few brands that get it in with the cool kids kind of vibe. Like they're really proactive when it comes to that. So I think it was really nice of them to give me an opportunity to obviously not perform in live, but perform, do a live online performance, which is cool. And it's nice to have big brands kind of acknowledge your work. You know what I mean? Like doing something right, which is cool, which is like a good pat on the shoulder, which is nice. Yeah, I think I didn't get too indulged into it because it didn't really mean anything in the end. It was just an extra stepping stone to just keep to tell myself to keep it stepping, I guess. But yeah, no, it was cool. Like people there are nice.
You get any free shoes?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I got got a couple free pairs, which is also cool. Like I've never really received free clothes before. Before that.
From Converse as well. That's it's a big brand. It's sick.
Yeah, it is. It's sick. So yeah, no, it's fucking amazing. Like I'm really happy that they reached out and stuff like that.
Yeah, congrats, man. Seriously.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much, man.
All right, we've got a couple more questions before we go to the next song. So we're gonna go in. Who would you? So we've had like difficult responses to this question a few times. So I think people think we're just trying to out them and like cause tension or beef or whatever.
Yeah, we're not.
So answer this however you want. Who would you rap battle with or go back to back with?
Anyone on like in the world, like someone that I know.
Yeah.
See, like I'm like I love freestyling, but I don't think I could like beat someone in a rap battle. I think if I wrote something down, I could beat someone in a rap battle.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know. That's a good question because I'd actually like to think about that one.
We can come back to it.
We can come back to it later. Yeah, if you think.
I'd like to like rap battle like one of like the. Like I feel like I could demolish like a mumble rapper. So like I'd love to just do that. Like just one of the mumble rappers.
You want to call out like Lil Yachty or something now?
Yeah, one of them man. One of them man there.
Feux, Lil Yachty coming soon.
Yeah.
I'll bet.
Little cipher. But I'd go back to back with JP Rose.
Yeah, I'll be hard.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this final question is going to sort of lead into the song, hopefully. So, what music inspired you growing up, and who did you listen to?
Sick question. I think like when I really got into music was when I was like 11, 12, 13. That's when, and I've got 3 older brothers, 2 stepbrothers, and they were into their rap. They were like writing raps and stuff like that. So like I remember like vividly like being on LimeWire. I don't know if you guys remember LimeWire. It's like some old thing. And like just downloading all the Eminem, like Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, like the whole shebang really. Like all that stuff. It was mainly Eminem and Mos Def, I'd actually say, which is like he's more of a low-key person when it comes to like the greats. For me, he's like one of my favorites. So Eminem definitely. And then I grew up on like jazz and reggae as well. So Bob Marley, like he's one of my big inspirations. Just like on his like songwriting and just his energy, his whole kind of vibe is beautiful. So
I don't think many people disagree with that. Do you think another quick question, do you think your brothers then influenced the music that you've now made?
Yeah, so like my brother Red, he's the eldest. He was like the most into rap, and he's got some friends that rap. So whenever him and his friends used to like release videos on YouTube, I'd always watch them and shit. So I don't know if you know Natty Wilder, Manic MC. Like those are some like London rappers that he's good friends with. So I was always watching their videos. Like, oh, like one day like that'd be cool. And then I started writing and like some people like make fun of me and shit like that because I used to like steal my brother's bars. There's that one bar where it was like born in 98 or something like that, but I was born in 2000, so like people just violate me. People just violate me for that. So but nah, it was cool. Like definitely.
I mean, you said as well that you live in a French household. A lot of your quite a few of your tracks, you actually spit bars in French and you have French features. So you be influenced by French artists and the French rap scene as well?
Yeah. I think like the French rap scene is like one of the most old school rap scenes in like the whole hip hop kind of history. Like it was like one of the few countries that adopted hip hop like straight after America. So yeah, like I definitely have listened to a lot of French rap and French music. And just being like speaking French is like I went to a French primary school, so that's like half of me. So it somewhat had to wriggle into like my music. But I think it's, for me anyway, it's way harder to spit in French.
It sounds sick. I mean, I was with my girlfriend just before I came here and I played her on the song, and it sounds cold, the French. It's sick. How is it like writing in French? Like when you're writing bars, how's that? Is it a different sort of process? Like
definitely.
I have no clue what you're saying, but it sounds cold.
Yeah, definitely. It is it's a way harder process for me anyway. Like writing already is just hard for me. Like, rather than like making a beat or producing something, it's like it takes way more thought. So it's double the thought basically when I'm writing in French. So yeah, but it's cool. Like when it comes out nicely and it makes sense and it's coherent. Like that's like the best feeling. So for Cloud9, like I was happy with my verse. in French, and I think that's one of the good features on that song. But yeah, I think it's I'm just trying to keep improving with like the French stuff, like make more French music, probably not to be released. But
do you have a big fan base in France then?
Don't know, maybe. Yeah, I think that one of my songs, Sans Raison, obviously it's got French rap in it from my friends. Like that I think kind of pushed a bit of more of a fan base in France. I'm Belgian originally.
Yeah.
I'm not even French, so I think I've got more of a fan base in Belgium than France.
You're Peruvian as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's mad, you know.
I've done his research.
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah. Coming like
mad when you came over here. Was it mad when you came over here and you like were able just to smash your GCSE French or whatever? Like
it was easy, bro. So
yeah, I was gonna say it would have been like
yeah, come on. Yeah. Nah, Peruvian, yeah, like for me, like the Spanish influence. If someone asked like what are you, I'd always say Latino, because I feel like that way more has I feel it more in me, like my kind of ancestry and my blood. Like I feel like I'm more of like a South American at heart, more than anything.
Can you speak Spanish as well then?
I speak all right Spanish. I don't like to say like I'm fluent, but like I understand it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go travel hopefully soon to South America.
Well, look, put it this way, yeah. If you met Margot Robbie and you spoke Spanish or French, yeah, do you know what I mean?
Sparks will fly. What is the best performance that you have A, given and B, seen?
Best performance. So I'd say my favorite performance was in Bristol at Events Next Up. It was a show at the Crofters Rights. That was like my first performance of like more than like 100 people, around 300 people I think, and it was like proper. So I was super excited, and everything went smoothly because more time like in my shows prior, like I was not experienced at all. I've only done like I think 4 or 5 shows, like proper shows, and most of them like I'd either get super high before or like super like drunk because like I wouldn't be able to cope with the stress. Yeah, so that was the first one. Keep it sober, like so. That was really cool, and I was opening for like Masterpiece, P1 Caps, and Rushy. So that was nice.
I feel like if I got like super hard before I was gonna do like a show or whatever, that it would just increase my anxiety like tenfold. Did it help? Did it help you?
Did it help?
Yeah, I think the thing is like when you're smoking, it's like you're either super focused or you're super like out of it. Like for me, when I smoke, like I don't smoke like heavily. I just have like halitotes, put the Z on the side, and then you know what I mean. So I take my time with it. So, but I think drinking is definitely. I've got some footage of a show in Glasgow. It's like, and I was absolutely smashed like off my face. I was like screaming down a mic. Like I don't think it was very enjoyable for the crowd.
It's fun, though. You give entertainment, man. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, if I'm entertaining, then I guess it's cool. I want to be entertaining for the right reasons. That I want to be like present. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
But I hope shows come back on. Like I have, even though I'm not a veteran at it yet. I feel I do miss it a lot. So
and also with the songs that you put out in that meantime as well, you'll have a bigger portfolio.
I've like when it comes to like quarantine and this whole COVID, like my fan base has grown probably double since it started, and I feel like I can actually get people to come to the shows and yeah, I've got way more content, way more good performing content as well, like songs like that, Radiate, Cloud9, Touch, like those songs, like I'm super excited to perform live as well. Yeah.
Right. So obviously you just put out an album. So I don't know when the next one's coming out, but if you can have 3 dream features on the next album, they can be as small or as big as you want. Which 3 artists would you have to collab with on your next album?
Okay. I probably like a semi-realistic one. Be like Lord Apex.
Okay.
Just like a 16 or 32.
Yeah.
That would be cold. Then like
Madonna, you could ask
bit less. Yeah, I could ask my dad's friends, whoever that person is. Like a semi-realistic one. Let me think. Kate Shinada, like a beat by Kate Shinada would be crazy. That would be sick. And like a super non-realistic one, because My Man's Dead would be probably Tupac.
Yeah.
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 Tupac. Like Tupac on the hook.
Huh?
I was saying like I'd probably get on the hook and he'd get on the verses or something like that.
Yeah. Or a little bit mix up a bit.
Makes it up. Could do that.
Yeah, well, basically, what we'd usually ask is, who would you have on your father's side team? But I'm gonna change it a bit. Who would you have like in a smoke circle? Who would you go for a smoke with? I could dream anyone. Could be dead or alive.
Damn.
We'll go have like 3 people.
Yeah, 3 people.
Snoop.
Yeah, have
to. Bob Marley. And Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. Yeah, you need a little bit of band there.
Yeah, a bit of band. You know, a bit. You want to be creasing when you're high. You know what I'm saying? You want someone to like just like make you like laugh.
A lot of people would have said Seth Rogen. I don't know if that's a bit.
His laugh would just get to me after a while, I reckon.
Yeah, I'd start bugging out at one point.
Yeah, probably.
I'd go for the guys laugh like.
Seth, mate, can you leave? Can you stop laughing? Leave.
Bugging out. Yeah.
Right. So I think we've got one more question before we get into
big one.
Promoting your last 2 bits. What is a conspiracy theory that you believe in?
Fucking hell.
Genuinely believe in, like you actually think it's like legit.
I think the Queen is a lizard.
Yeah.
Sure.
Seriously?
Nah.
And on that note,
bro, there's been so many conspiracies like that have come up recently.
Yeah, true.
I think like there's so many. Like the thing is like when they label conspiracies, it's automatically like people will just have more. They'll think it's like more like bullshit basically because it's labeled a conspiracy. Like I was looking at a video like for the like with the JFK kind of stuff. Bear man think that's like that the government killed him or whatnot, but then they labeled it a conspiracy, so it's a conspiracy. I don't know. So I think there's Bear. I don't think I couldn't tell you, bro, because there's so many out there, and there's so many that I like semi believe but semi don't at the same time.
Yeah, it's difficult because you have to try and weigh it up, and like if you look at one side of the fact, you're always going to believe that, and then if you look at the other side, it really depends what you trust to believe.
You just don't know what to like. Yeah, you don't know what to believe. Like you don't know what to believe. You just read something exactly. It's like there's so many sources. Like so you got to do your research. I don't think COVID is as bad as people say it is. Don't know if that's a conspiracy or not. That's just an idea. Yeah. But I don't think Jeffrey Epstein killed himself either. So
that's,
very sensitive of him, that one.
No, I think you're right.
No, you got very passionate about that. Though.
Yeah.
You got very passionate about that.
Once more, we won't get into the ins and outs of it here, but probably
off camera.
One. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Fair enough then. Now, that's you giving us more than what we asked for there. So basically, you've got a song coming out on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
When's this merch coming out as well? Because it looks sick.
Oh, bro, it's being bare confusing.
I saw the story, man. It's jarring.
It's like there's some like that I shouldn't have put up. Like, do you guys want it on the same day? I don't know when. I don't know when the hoodies are arriving. So
they look hard, man. They look really hard.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, it's been a long process getting it done. Like this whole COVID thing, and getting the designs right because they're quite hard designs to actually replicate. But I spoke to the guys today, and I think they'll arrive on Wednesday or Thursday. So I'm still figuring out whether I should release them before or after like the release, because I want both of them to get their shine. But I think whatever happens, like, you know, they're solid in themselves to do well. So
yeah, definitely worry about that.
It's one of those things where it's not you're wearing it because, well, obviously you like yourself, like you think, oh, we're both sick, but also the design, like as an art in themselves, the design is sick. Like,
thank you, man. Yeah, well, shouts my friend Scott for that.
I think me and Luke were saying we might cop one and give it away in when this releases. So
sick.
Yeah, definitely,
you,
man. And one for myself as well. They look hard.
Come on, yeah, that'd be sick, bro. Yeah, I'm definitely doing a giveaway as well. I'm trying to give one away. There's quite a few that I bought like 10 extra hoodies to give away to some people that deserve them and stuff like that. There was one guy, he did like a cover of like green tea, and was personally sending out letters to people that were struggling during COVID. So I was like, yo, like, this guy deserves a hoodie kind of vibe.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good.
But yeah, we'll see what happens when it's out. It's out. As I said, like I don't know when it's arriving. Like, I've got all my boxes like ready to go. Like, I pre-ordered everything. Like, got the boxes like the perfect size for the
sweet.
The hoodie.
Yeah.
And we got the.
Oh mad, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not fucking about, mate.
It's been a pleasure having you on, mate. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Thank you. No, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you very much for having me. I hope you guys are well. And stay in contact.
Nice, yeah, cool. We'll support all your stuff when it comes out on Instagram and whatnot, yeah.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Have a good one.
Have a good 21.
You too. Peace.